What is going on, you stark raving lunatics? We're going to try to take you through the news right now for Luna Classic. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell to be notified. A lot going on. Nothing. You'll see. Again, make sure you hit that like button on the way in, though. So first of all, Do Kwon is going to miss the start of the SEC trial for fraud charges. I don't know why. It seems a little bit wild that he's going to miss the start of the trial, but this is, I guess, this is the nature of it right now. But he will be in the United States. He has been extra. There is an extradition going on, but he's going to miss the start of the March 25th trial. But he will end up eventually being there. Also, looks like most people investigating kind of came up with the breakout that the core upgrades were the reasons for the jumps. I would venture to say that was not the case. I would say that it was more likely the conversation and the approval of the 800 million burn. By the way, it looks to me like if you go to USTC right here, you can see there's already 800 million out of the circulating supply. Now it's not out of the circulating supply. So now we have an exact amount here. So you might, in fact, be able to see a big surge when that 800 million is executed and it actually comes out of the circulating supply. So perfect opportunity right there to see that and visualize that pump. In fact, we might be seeing it right now, but because that was an error, by the way. That error has been fixed. The circulating and total supply are basically the same now, except for what's being burned. So when that thing gets burned, then you're going to see that factor in here quite a bit, which might explain why we had such a nice big move yesterday and continued buying pressure, but no big pump. So keep that in mind. Also in the community tab here, we've got quarterly reviews of tax policies, which we should be discussing that all of the time. Code of practice for L1 developers. If it makes station, then we'll start talking about it there. Then we have return power to the look. There's a lot of bantering back and forth that we'll talk about at some point when they start becoming rules or policies for governance. But a lot of things that people are looking at. Then price action wise, sideways kind of. This is the 5-minute chart. I was kind of watching it on a lower time frame to see how things were playing out. But as you can see right here, we just did a test of the 20. It looks like we're failing on the 20. So you could expect maybe a retracement down to 12.9 and then a bump off of the 12.9, or perhaps this 20 MA we'll get that wick eaten back up and we'll be back on our way. Now, yeah, the markets had been pumping up until just the last few minutes, still pumped for the day, greatly pumped for the day, but the US markets are starting to wake up and the European markets are starting their profit taking. So it's starting to retrace just a little bit on the overalls. On the USTC side, again, I mean, I don't see any fundamental reason why this thing should continue pumping, but it's doing it. So let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. And, in fairness, this is doing the same thing. It's already broke the 50 and the 20, though. So it could be a retest down here at 3.4 cents. But with that burn in place, it should be a very interesting time. We might see a little positivity coming out of that after all. So you might see a wild swing in your price action and a big green candle coming one more time. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a 10% lift in one fell swoop with 800 million out of 8 something billion. So it's about a 10% lift. So at 35, I mean, you're looking at just a quick move up to like 38 range. So you see just like a little green candle right here. People start getting FOMO because they see it. Then over here, you've got the governance for the upgrade proposal. And here, if you want to go read, you can read all of it. So far, 99% voted in favor, but it is not passing, hasn't reached quorum yet. So we'll see how that plays out. But so far, it's been fairly positive. Always read through these because nestled in here tends to be a request for money and stuff like that. So make sure you know what you're paying for and whether or not it meets something that you would like to see done. Then for overall price down 27%, but the market kept up a little bit. You don't need a lot of flow in order to pump the price. When it gets a lot of it, that's when it tends to get pretty volatile. But 61 million for USTC, down about 70% on the day, 320 million market cap. So when this burn happens, when it's all said and done, we should see some kind of exciting pump or price action. And if that's the case, then cool stuff. Anyway, as that happens, we'll let you know. It's not financial advice. What's going on, everybody? From now until the 26th, Cryptonomy.finance is doing a drawing and hosting a giveaway. Make sure that you participate because this could be massive. You can also follow them on Telegram, links in the description below, and on X. The description is also in the link down below. Also, make sure that you guys understand that I have done a fantastic job so far. You can see what I've done. So, this, by the way, this is not cash out until November 21, but so far my accrued interest is 61,820. And let me point out here what I'm doing here. This is the launch pool. This is the big launch pool that I keep telling you guys about. And here's the thing. You see tokens that I talk to you about. You see stuff like DevE. You see stuff like DeFi. You see real tokens, Ruby protocol that are getting vector protocol. These are things that we've discussed on this channel where these things have started to blow up and they've started to had these big moves, and take advantage of it while the opportunity presents itself. And remember, to get in, you have until February 26th.